I have a few problems with progressives. One, they don't care for political processes. Can you give a brief explanation between meta, normative, applied ethics, and why you don't believe in meta ethics? Nancy Pelosi won't send articles of impeachment to the Senate until she feels like a fair hearing. Wait, holy shit. Was this movie actually fucking horrible? I think it's odd for you to disavow progressives because of the populist streak when you agree with most of their policies, and populism is a politically effective way to gain support. The problem is that I have a few problems with progressives. One, they don't care for political processes, which are important if you want to pass legislation. And two, many of them online are just too radical, and they can't really communicate with people that aren't like, if they're not like preaching to the choir, they just can't communicate with people. Yeah, that's my two main problems with progressives. And then online, the progressive faction tends to be socialist, which means they are just fucking crazy. Then why shit on them rather than help them? Help the progressives? I mean, I can help the progressives, quote unquote, by just being a progressive. I mean, I consider myself to be a progressive. I just wouldn't associate with any of them online ever. They're a fucking embarrassment. And it's cringy as fuck to have to be like, I don't want to ever have to support some stupid shit that like Hassan or Kyle dipshit Kalinske says. Like, it's an impossible fucking task. It just hurts me in the long run. Hasn't Kyle done a lot to convert Trumpists to the left? I don't think so. I don't think Kyle speaks to anybody that's not already like part of the very progressive choir. His analysis is like usually like pretty fucking cringy bad. If you're not already like super bought into what he's saying, like it's pretty obvious that he like clip snipes and like very distant. I mean, like we can go over. I mean, we already have, haven't we? What was the what's the name of my squirrel account? Nah, I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to focus on these lefties. We watched like 2 Kalinske videos on stream kind of recently, and both of them were like super fucking cringy. What's the point of impeaching Trump within the House if there's zero chance he gets removed from office? I don't know. It's a symbolic thing, I guess. Do you actually support Pete? I might. I'm going to try to look into his policy positions. I thought your policy positions would be more in line with Warren and Sanders. Not really. I don't think with Sanders, I don't think I agree with any of his policies. I'm probably more likely to agree with Warren's, I think. What do you think is a great news source? The Atlantic, the New York Times, WAPO, and the Intercept. I think the Atlantic does really good work. Their articles seem really good. I haven't caught any crazy bullshit from them. New York Times and WAPO seem pretty good as well. It seems like you have started to disagree more and more with Bernie's policies just because you hate the Bernie bros. No, not at all, actually. My position on Bernie was always that I didn't really agree with his policies, but I always thought that somebody further left than me would probably be good. And I like the idea of like campaign finance reform. But in terms of like actual policies, most of policies are just dead ass fucking stupid. Like I would never support like the banning all private insurance. Like his healthcare policies are horrible. His trade policies are horrible. I don't even know if Bernie knows foreign policy. I don't hear him talk about it much. The 15 an hour minimum wage policy is horrible. The rent control across the entire United States is horrible. The federal jobs guarantee from the Green New Deal is fucking horrible. I don't know what Bernie policies I would even support. How is this healthcare policy horrible? Because banning all private insurance is just never going to pass in the United States. It's not politically effective. Public option is a way better idea. You don't agree with increasing the minimum wage? A blanket minimum wage for the entire country is stupid. It doesn't make sense. Can you explain your problems with the Green New Deal? I don't know how I feel about a federal jobs guarantee in the United States. It just feels really weird. That's what the Green New Deal is about. It's about a federal jobs guarantee. Do you agree with banning private insurance if it was achievable? If it was politically achievable, maybe. Can you give a brief explanation between meta, normative, applied ethics, and why you don't believe in meta ethics? Okay, this is my bullshit rundown. Don't take anything I say seriously. Meta ethics basically asks the question, what is goodness? Normative ethics basically asks the question, what's the best system through which we can apply goodness? And then applied ethics is like, I think your position on like a particular ethical situation, a particular ethical question. Like a specific thing, I think. Can't you, wait, why would you ask me this? Just wiki what these are. Just wiki ethics, and it should tell you, it should give you a breakdown of all of these. Do I donate to Wikipedia? No, I don't, but I really should. Fuck. I always see the thing and then I want to, and then I click it, and then I go to enter my PayPal information, and then it tries to like text my number, but then it doesn't work, and I get bored and I go somewhere else. Why do you believe in the two but not meta ethics? I don't think the question, what is goodness, has a meaningful answer. I think that question can vary from person to person, and no person can put a better answer than anybody else. I don't believe in goodness as a concept, so I think it's better to just have some bullshit assumption like minimize human suffering and then just work from there without pretending like anybody can have a deeper answer than that. Ooh, this is interesting. Nancy Pelosi won't send articles of impeachment to the Senate until she feels like a fair hearing. They would need to get they would need to have a really good showing next election, and they would have to get a couple defectors probably from the Republican Party in order to make that work, which seems unlikely, but that's a pretty funny meme. They need 4 Republican votes at the moment. It's impossible for Democrats to... No, it's not impossible. Could Democrats... I'm sorry, I'm thinking last election cycle. Democrats could take the Senate, right? Wait, holy shit. Was this movie actually fucking horrible? Have you heard the movie Cats?
Is that like Taylor Swift's movie?
Wait, Taylor Swift?
I think that I saw Taylor Swift promoting a movie called Cats.
Oh, people are saying yes. Was she like in it or something, or?
I have no idea. I think so. I just saw her promoting it. I haven't seen like the trailer or anything.
Oh my god, fuck, now I really want to see this movie. Oh my god.
Clear nuke, you asshole. I don't want to be muted.
I didn't nuke anything there. Fuck. There is a thin line between idiocracy and genius, and Cats pukes a hairball on it and rubs its ass all over it. 9 may not be enough lives for some of the stars to live down their involvement in this poorly conceived and executed adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's hit musical. I felt the light inside me slowly fading. Jesus. Once Tom Hooper's 110 minutes of Cats are over, theater is dead, and we unchosen ones are left, tragically, to continue living. Oh my god. I gotta see this. The most inexplicably bizarre film of the year. It's jaw-dropping for all the wrong reasons. Cats is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs. Tom Hooper said something at the premiere of Cats that I have not been able to get out of my head. It was after the cast, a truly eclectic ensemble that includes dancers like Liz Twins, acting legends like Judi Dench, and pop stars like Taylor Swift had been introduced. Andrew Lloyd Webber, the composer of the blockbuster Broadway musical on which the movie was based, had come on stage...
Why do you hate politics and love league? Was it the mushrooms?
Yes. Had come on stage to deliver what sounded suspiciously like a disavowal of responsibility for whatever it was we were about to watch. Then Hooper, who'd worked 36 hours straight in order to finish the feature the day before, took the microphone back to deliver one last message to the audience. The message was that he believed that the movie he directed was about the perils of tribalism and the power of kindness. The lights went down, the Cats began. Here is the thing about Cats. The most galaxy-brained, edibles-entrenched reading in the world would not end with the conclusion that it is about the perils of tribalism. That is such an extraordinary statement that I've spent the stretch since hearing it wavering between 2 theories. And the first, Hooper, having white-knuckled his way through ragged months of overseeing the application of digital fur to famous faces, genuinely managed to convince himself that there was true relevance to the $95 million musical he had completed. And the second, the director, overcome by an existential crisis after having commissioned a giant garbage can for James Corden to dive into while playing a cat named Bustafer Jones, decided to start making this claim out loud to see if anyone would challenge him. A trial balloon to test if he'd actually been dreaming this whole time. Oh my god. How bad could this movie be? To assess Cats as good or bad feels like the entirely wrong axis on which to see it. It is, with all affection, a monstrosity. From LWL's review concerning the CGI, the effect is truly horrifying, like a Snapchat filter created by David Cronenberg. Was this film really budgeted by Adult Swim? Both a horror and an endurance test. Okay. Alright, I might go see this tomorrow. It sounds fascinating. Holy shit. Watch the trailer? Okay, hold on. We'll watch the trailer one more time. It's very horrifying, but I don't think there was enough from the trailer to know if it could have been good or bad. It was just very unnerving. Have you seen the trailer to this movie?
No, I haven't.
Alright, hold on one second. Okay, I don't think there's like enough I don't think there was enough in the trailer to say whether it was like really bad or like it just seemed interesting.
Noise.
Fuck. Okay. Dude, I'm surprised I didn't get fucking shot in that panel. Oh my god.